Edward Richtofen, a complex character in Call of Duty. Zombies. Edward Richtofen is one of the central figures in the Call of Duty Zombies series, introduced in the world of Call of Duty, World at War. His character is complex, shaped by numerous events and motivations that make him a tragic figure, torn between the pursuit of power and deep inner conflict. Background: Edward Richtofen was born in Germany, and his childhood was marked by a highly intelligent but ruthless nature. He grew up during a time when science was flourishing in Germany and was fascinated by the possibilities of research and technology. This fascination led him to a career as a scientist, where he quickly rose through the ranks but also crossed the fine line between ethics and immorality. Richtofen was a member of Group 935, a secret military research program focused on exploring supernatural forces and technologies. During World War II, Richtofen was recruited by the Nazis to assist in experiments that dealt with the intersection of science and the supernatural. His primary focus was the study of element 115, believed to be the key to creating zombies and other supernatural beings. The activities of Group 935 led to countless experiments that used humans as test subjects, triggering a profound moral dilemma within Richtofen. The turning point. A crucial turning point in Richtofen's life was the discovery of what he called zombies. During the experiments, soldiers and civilians were transformed into living dead, which could be used both as tools and threats. This marked a significant shift in Richtofen's psyche. He realized he had the power to take lives and turn them into zombified beings. This discovery awakened not only a sense of power, but also paranoia. He began questioning both his own goals and those of Group 935. On one hand, he is driven by a desire to gain control over the zombies and element 115 in order to ultimately dominate the world. On the other hand, his behavior reflects a deep-seated loneliness and sense of despair. His friendships, particularly with characters like Nikolai, Takeo, and Dempsey, are complicated. He sees them both as allies and means to an end. His main goal is to free the world from the oppression of the zombies, yet he remains trapped in the power struggles that influence his own actions and decisions. This duality leads to a constant inner turmoil that ultimately plunges him deeper into a moral abyss. Tragedies. Conflict with other characters. Richtofen's relationships with his allies are characterized by mistrust and manipulation. As he attempts to maintain control over the zombies, the other characters increasingly recognize that Richtofen's true intentions are not those of saving humanity. Notably, Nikolai and Dempsey have their own survival instincts and motivations that draw them into conflict. Richtofen is often seen as the antagonist in their story, as his actions have catastrophic consequences not just for humanity, but also for the other characters. The final downfall. As the story unfolds, Richtofen becomes increasingly driven by his own greed for power and desire for control. This leads to his ultimate downfall. He becomes ensnared in a cycle of death and rebirth that threatens not only his existence, but also that of his friends. Richtofen's story becomes more complex through the various games and their different timelines. His quest for power and ambition leads to a point where he is overwhelmed by the consequences of his own decisions. Conclusion. Edward Richtofen is more than just a villain or a scientist plunging the world into chaos. He is a tragic character shaped by his ambitions and deep-rooted loneliness. His story exemplifies the struggle between power and morality, and the consequences that can arise from the pursuit of uncontrollable power. His character provides a profound narrative about human nature and the ethical questions that arise from scientific discovery.